Do you remember the Tinder Swindler documentary on Netflix? If you watched that and thought to yourself, oh, I'm too smart to get love scam like that, girl, you learned the wrong lesson. And here's why. The Tinder Swindler was based on this guy who scammed multiple women on the dating app Tinder. He presented himself as this charming and successful businessman, but later he conned women out of a large sum of money by pretending that he was in serious danger after having indicated that he was on the verge of proposing to these women. So people just couldn't believe that they were so gullible. But it's because they simply don't understand how powerful these techniques are and how polished and smooth these con artists can be. Sandra Brown talks about love bombing as a trance state in which a woman tends to cement what she felt and or learned in that state. And that's why Brown says it's so difficult for her to believe he's a liar, a swindler, and a cheater because she learned all of those wonderful things about him in a euphoric trance state that has been deeply embedded in her memory before she learned of the other side of his Jekyll Hyde personality. Unaware of her vulnerability, she has been wined and dined, delighted with unusual and copious amounts of attentive listening, and her brain has been swimming in an elixir of endorphin-producing chemicals like oxytocin that result in a sense of incredible well-being. She has strong feelings of having found her soulmate who will love her for an eternity. She has seen hundreds of images on social media of him and his planes and his yachts, and has met his friend who verify with social proof a very powerful brain bias. He is indeed someone special and rich. And once she has already sent Prince Charming the first wire transfer, then she also has to contend with the sunken cost fallacy, another brain bias that taps into loss aversion that makes it really hard for people to see that it's time for them to cut their losses and get out of a relationship before they lose even more. So yeah, once you experience state-dependent learning, social proof, and the sunken cost fallacy all rolled up into one, then you might be in a better position to judge the naivety of someone else. Believe me, this could happen to you too. Subscribe for more tips and tricks on how to avoid predation.